From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Hey, it finally snowed on Tulsa. Believe it or not, it took a while. We had to go to Portland, Oregon for that to happen. The USS Tulsa is on docked right now, and this was a picture from their Facebook post, and they said, hey, we actually had snow in Portland, even if you're not getting any in Oklahoma at this time. So that's kind of a cool shot of that. Out again was off of their Facebook. We're talking about out west. That storm system that brought the snow has now been moving across the northern part of the country. We've had out of California where we were talking about it yesterday. Now there are winter storm warnings for some of the higher peaks, especially San Juan Mountains in the southwest and west portions of Colorado for about a foot or two of snow. And skiers are probably saying hallelujah. That's great. Anyway, we're looking at a bigger picture, and we do have storm warnings now up across areas of Nebraska, and that extends back on into Minnesota. That's where the storm system will be coming in for us as we go on through tomorrow afternoon. We'll get a severe weather risk out of the deal. There is a cold weather continuing in the deep south and southeast. In fact, frost advisories in the panhandle of Florida. Earlier today on the 4 o'clock show, we were talking about temperatures in Destin, Florida, only in the upper 50s. As far as looking at the storm system coming, you can tell something big is happening. It's not a monster storm, but it is going to hook up with Gulf moisture. And that's going to create a target zone that's located across the Arklatex area, and that is going to be inclusive of our southeast part of our viewing area, maybe as close as Tulsa. Today, though, we've dealt with wind. We've had warm temperatures in the 60s, but it's felt kind of chilly just because we've had wind gusts of 30 miles an hour or more at times. In fact, to give you an idea, here's a maximum wind gust for today at 36 in Tulsa. Wasn't as strong to the south and east. We did have some fires going on in southern LaFleur, also northern Sequoia and southern Cherokee County today, which could have been out of control because of the strong winds. Winds were stronger, though, out west where we're 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts. That's just kind of blowing and going. And again, it's bone dry out west. Now, as far as wind advisories, we still have those in Osage County and also in Pawnee County and our southeast Kansas counties through this evening hours. The winds are going to stay strong, though, most of the night because of the storm system that's coming in. And that's also going to elevate some moisture up above us. That's going to create a chance of showers. Could be a rumble of thunder, so don't be surprised if that happens toward morning or into your morning commute. And then as we go through the morning, and then it's kind of a break until about 2, maybe 1 to 2 o'clock. And then here comes that cold front. You pretty much make out the cold front, plus you see the blue arrows. That's a very strong cold front with strong gusty winds, and then warm, moist air continues in advance of it. So it's a collision course, so showers and storms are going to form around the Tulsa area around 1:30 to 2 o'clock and then move rapidly east. But if you're east of Tulsa, could get a heavy thunderstorm, potential for some hail or some wind. And then if you're further south, there's a little bit more of a tornado zone back down in here, looking at some of the new data, and that's going to be inclusive of around McAllister, Latimer, and LaFleur County. So you guys are going to have to watch that. We'll be watching it with you. We have our storm trackers out down there. And then by the time 7, 8 o'clock rolls around, it's out, but the cold air is in. And then that's going to stick around right on through St. Patrick's Day and then extending on into, unfortunately, our last weekend before spring break ends. 20s to near 30. And then as we look on into Friday itself, it's a struggle for temperatures. We'll be in the 40s most of the day, maybe near 50. The winds will die down in the afternoon. We'll have some sun. So that's two good things there. And then as we look on into Saturday, we'll be in the 40s, but colder again as we get a reinforcing shot of cold air. So here in northeast Oklahoma, we're going to not be able to enjoy it quite as much as further south in the mid-50s. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it'll help. And then also super cold weather on Sunday morning, teens and 20s. So this is a major freeze potential at this point. We're going to be watching, see how that plays out. But it is looking pretty big, and it's going to be a struggle to warm up much on Sunday as temperatures will be in the 40s across state. The only thing we're going to be watching again, southeastern Oklahoma and maybe south of I-40. Our biggest threat will be tomorrow during the afternoon time period. Forecast looks like this. We're talking about temperatures in the 50s still at 9 o'clock and 50s in the morning. Nothing changes because of those strong south winds, except we have rain and showers and rumbles of thunder, and then a better chance of a thunderstorm around noon to 2 o'clock. And if there would be some hail, it'd probably be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then if you're east of Tulsa, it'll be anywhere from about 1 to about 5 or 6 o'clock. So we'll keep you updated on that. St. Patrick's Day, as we said, chilly, and it's kind of cold there for a while. It'll warm up eventually.